Alright, here we go. Again, I don't necessarily want to play first, but because aggro decks exist, I probably have to. Even with an 18 lander, keeping this as greedy. Like, white's our primary color, there's not even a 2-drop we want to play. That's unfortunate, but that's not what we want. This really isn't either, but it has a 2-drop. I guess we'll keep it. It's okay, it gets a little better. That at least gives us something to play in some way to sink mana out. It's odd that we have the 2 swamps in the deck and none of the forests, but at least got things we can play. I guess they'll think we're a black-white aggro deck. Well, not once we play this guy. Okay, another green-white deck. That's interesting. I guess there's no reason to show him the green yet. There are some 3-drop werewolves that we would want to not flip. Since the gargoyle doesn't do anything, I'm going to hold it here, just in case they've got one of the 2/3 Hermans or something like that. Like, there's some possibility that we would want to do that. All right, let's see if they want to trade these. I kind of doubt they do. But it's a really good trade for us if they do. Okay. Mainly because I think the gargoyle is actually going to be one of our threats. I guess there's an argument to wait till next turn, but once we do that, they're just going to attack. And then to enable this, you have to be attacking. Otherwise, it doesn't really do a whole lot. The question is, would we rather get a 2/4 out now or have a 2/3 later? I think I'd rather just play the 2/4 now. And get the 3 life next turn and start being able to attack. Like, we can technically swing for 6 next turn. 3 hits of that and they're dead. So I guess what we kind of don't want to see is a spider. We are pseudo-racing that. Like, if we activate this and hit them for 6, they hit us back for 6, we gain 3, hit for 6. I think it's certainly the best use of my mana. It kind of sucks if they have a removal spell or more creatures, but here we are. If we draw a land, we can at least play both of our dudes. We don't have an answer to the pig at the moment, so I think just ramping out our stuff is what we should be attacking, and trying to close the game is what we should be doing. That all changes if they have a spider or something, but they don't right now. Okay, that was not ideal. Like I said, we can play both our dudes. So what do my blocks look like? Put everything in front of that? I'm not willing to do that right now. I mean, I don't like trading 2 for 6. But we've got stuff that can handle that. And I'd rather wait until we draw like a Survive the Night or something. Because green-white is known for having a lot of combat tricks. And if we just jump everything in front of that and they have any one of them, we get 3 for 1. That's a great way to lose a game. So is having your life total reduced to 0. So I understand that is also a possibility, but... Alright, so they got the good removal spells. I like that they're not attacking with the other guy. That's got to be good for us. Alright, so 6, 7, 8, 9. We're basically dead next turn. Griffspoon doesn't really do much here. I suppose if I hit them for 3, what have we got left in the tank? If I hit them for 3 down to 7, I don't have anything I can draw that just wins. Because they're going to attack and we're going to chomp. We could draw Sorin and trade it for that. We could draw the Gitrog monster and trade it for that. I'm probably better off either not casting this, because it doesn't change the combat math anywhere. Yeah, I think I'll just pass. That way they've got to be afraid of something. We're going to take 6 down to 3, but at least we won't take any damage from these idiots. They're playing a deck I like quite a bit, the Delirium deck, where Angelic Purge is just fantastic. I think we would have had a shot at winning this had they not had Humble the Brute main. That's a card I like quite a bit in Sealed. I don't always main deck it in Draft. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. We're just dead here. That's unfortunate. I feel like we've got good game against all their creatures except that one, because it just has keyword big. I appreciate them showing me the Evenwald Mysteries. Not that it's super relevant. I guess we can draw another card, sure. I don't know why you would not kill me, but there's a relatively free attack with the Geist. Does Froggy do anything? It trades with that. We're dead. Yeah, I think we're just done here. He would have been good a little earlier, but we're too far behind. I guess that was their argument. But yeah, I don't see any reason not to attack with this. Because even if I have something that can interact with the swine, you may as well hit me for 2 damage. Because that makes the explosive apparatus lethal too. That doesn't really matter. Gloom Widow's surprisingly okay here. The Unruly Mob is usually good against green-white. I don't want to derp around too much with our game plan. The fact that they've got a Humble the Brute makes the Frog a little worse, but I mean, it barely hits any of our deck except for him. The Vessel gets a little worse now that we know that they have 2-3 flyers. I kind of want to make room for this guy just to beat, or potentially... he can't gang block that other thing, so it kind of just doesn't matter. Crispin still feels like it could be relevant, but I've been sad every time I've drawn it. That probably means it's just not something that should be in this deck, and we'd be better off with a mob. I would like to play first. I guess another green-white deck cards are going to trade off. Well, here we trust in 18 lands. We don't have any 2-drops, but there's some in the deck. Those are good draws, and the lands are good draws. And I don't mind firing off Bound on anything, really. If we hit a string of lands, this hand's pretty good. If we whiff, we'd probably just die. We can at least cycle that for 4 mana if we have to. It's not exactly what I want to be doing, but... or we could just, totally get there. Still need 1 more land for this to actually do anything. But we got you handled. That is not a problem. You, sir, or ma'am, are bound by Moonsilver. No free wins for you. I think we just play the Apothecary Geist. Probably trade them? Maybe not. I can Rabid Bite or Expose Evil, do various things. We kind of just want to stall till we hit a swamp. I think I can take the first 3. Like, just jamming that into a potential combat trick isn't very good for us. That I'd like to kill. But I can just play Herman. I can play Herman, Rabid Bite it. Expose Evil is kind of really good here. It does let me pass my next turn, though, which I kind of like. This is going to be a problem later. Let's go ahead and start with attacking with the Apothecary Geist. I guess I don't have to attack with Apothecary Geist, do I? Because if we're going to kill this with the Rabid Bite and let him have this, I can always move the bound over if that becomes a problem. Yeah, I guess we're going to do this, and then like our plan next turn is probably just to pass. They can save their guy with a combat trick. Like if their plan is to make the flyers, we've got that covered. I kind of want to set up a little bit defensively. It's like Swamp off the top or in the next couple cards. We're doing pretty good. What did they do? Cast Rabid Bite, targeting Herman. Okay. Well, that's not exactly the droid I was looking for. But it is a droid. I guess because I kind of want to cast the Expose Evil anyway, I'm going to do it. I don't think he wants to just pump here. It's kind of okay if he does. But I'm thinking they'll cast another creature afterward. Nope, they're doing this. Okay. Cather's Companion will let us get a free pump out of it at least. We'll do something with our shenanigans. Do I want to sack a land? I kind of don't. I don't need Delirium. Like, I'm incentivized to use the spell anyway. They're thinking about pumping pre-combat. But you kind of got to do it now. So we basically spent 4 mana to make them spend 6, which isn't great, but like, again, we're kind of just looking for a way to interact with this guy. And I think this is where we can go ahead and move the Bound by Moonsilver over. Because, like, if they want to spend their whole turn to pump this and attack to pump this guy and then attack for 4 with this, that's kind of fine. What I don't want to do is give them a free Humble the Brute sandwich. So I think we just attack with these 2 for 4 and plan on actually trading the Gargoyle for their dude. If I cast this and they humble it and we're racing 4 for 4, that's not good for us. If they want to aim high, that's fine. They could have done that at any point anyway. Like, we technically got lethal if they don't have Humble the Brute. So I'm going to see what they tap. Oh, okay. I like what you're doing here. So you just tapped out a Humble the Brute mana, is what you did there. I mean, that probably means I want to go for it, right? I think so. Like, this puts them mostly dead, and I've got a chump block otherwise. I can chump block. I can also Sorin. So let's first see if this works. There were a lot of things that potentially mess us up there. Like here, they've got to have a way to remove one of our dudes or an untap and block thing. Okay, so they've got the aim high. That's fine. That means we have to kill something with Sorin, but I think we're okay doing that. Because it should put him essentially dead next turn. Like, if I kill this, it only costs me 2 loyalty. I can chump, we can draw. They're at 0 cards. I can't think of anything they draw that just kills us if we do this. If we want to be even safer, we can move this over there. Because, like, now there's basically no way they can kill Sorin. There doesn't seem to be a way they could kill us. Oddly enough, Thraben Inspector is a scary draw there, but... Classic green-white skies. Who knew Planeswalkers were good and limited? They can flash back the token from the Dauntless Cathar in block 1, but I kind of think our Sorin shenanigans will stop that. Like, as long as he doesn't hit a land, that kills them. I wonder what it means that they didn't do that. Like, it either means that they forgot that they could, or that they've got something. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the clue. We can still cast the Drifter. We can cast all the Drifters. We got, I guess Silver Strike is a thing they could do, but we've still got plenty of 2/2 flyers. Maybe they just wanted to see a few more cards. That is reasonable as well. Still not in love with the Gloom Widow. Like, I think it made sense against the guy that had all the 3/3 flyers. I still don't think I necessarily want the Griff Spoon. We just need to be able to deal with a 6/6. And that's really difficult for this deck to handle. Essentially Bound by Moonsilver and Sorin are really our only answers to it. But that seems to be the only card that our opponent has that actually matters. We've got our Frog, but they've got an answer to that too. We've got Gang blocking it, but that still seems to be scary. I like Survive the Night here, as I feel like there are going to be lots of attacking and blocking going on. Also, we know they have a Rabid Bite as well, so let's do one more for all of the marbles. The marbles, they will be mine. Probably not with this hand. I'm still going to keep it because I'm a terrible human being. But like this hand is a bad thing waiting to happen. Considering I've got multiple plays, now I just feel a-okay running this out on turn 2 or turn 1. It's not going to do a whole lot, but we may actually struggle to find a place to cast it. Then again, maybe we wouldn't have, but them not having green could be significant there, or they could just have chosen not to play the forest to make us think that. I'm not super interested in trading this for that. Although I think the Gargoyle is a fine trade with all this that we've got coming. I guess the Gargoyle gets better later, but so does this, and blah blah blah. I'm just going to play the Shepherd. Yeah, if I attack here, they get to decide whether or not they want to race. Yeah, I'm alright with that. If they want to swing back, that's fine, and that's the creature I want to trade off. Like, I think our game plan is Solitary Hunter beats. There's a chance that they took the damage if we attacked with it there, and I'd actually wanted them to trade, so I like tapping out and letting them know, hey, cool, it's trade if you want it, brah. Wicker Witch, sure. Wicked Witch. That may mean they're really wanting to get Delirium. We can just take the 3. I feel like with the hand we've got, we're not interested in trading off creatures, and we're kind of interested in racing. Like, we're going to attack with a 5/5 Vigilance next turn. There's no reason to run this into random combat trick from our opponent when our life total's this high. Okay, that's not doing a whole lot there. They can technically trade both of their guys for ours, but I'm kind of okay if they want to do that. Like, 2-for-1s are good. And it'll let us know if they're really valuing Delirium that highly. It would appear that they're not. Alright. Well, you're going to get hit for more next turn. Maybe they just wanted an opportunity to use a humble. Are you feeling humble? Okay, okay. You did your thing. That's interesting. That's kind of not what I expected. With us just hitting the lands, I feel like at this point, let's do the thing. Activate this guy, swing with the team. That means they basically can trade these 2 for that. Take 6. I mean, what's in their hand that seems like a good idea? Maybe Tenacity. But it's not like I have other options here. They may just be planning to stabilize with the pig. And I think we're kind of okay at racing that. If it's humble, we're okay with that too. Like, we're just kind of sitting here staring at each other. Oh, it's Rabbit Bite. Okay. May as well have this guy able to block. There's the pig. We have some answers to the pig. We need to draw an answer to the pig. That doesn't let us draw an answer to the pig. If we move this over, we get a little bit bigger guy. Like, he's going to turn into a 3/5, and that would make him a 4/6, so we could technically threaten to double block. But really what we're doing is opening ourselves up for his Humble the Brute. I think we pass here and then hope that we draw one of our answers to the pig before it can kill us. Because technically we can threaten to double block anyway, and this just gives him less of a chance to be able to use that Humble the Brute effectively. Which he can't cast now. So the question is, do I want to trade one of these two creatures for that? He probably takes the flyer and then tries to finish me with it. But honestly, this seems like a decent trade. Yeah, he gets a clue. I don't like that part, but we know it's safe, and this is the one card in his deck that we said matters. Are we going to have problems with flyers? Yeah, probably. But we've got a few more flyers of our own. And if he's just going to get rid of the wolf, I think we're all right with that. We just traded a 2-mana card for a 6-mana card. I guess more if he wants to get the clue off of it, but he ain't swarming us. Like, basically all this has done now, like, obviously if more things die, it starts to get better, but all that this has done is he spent a card to let his guy die. He's wanting to draw cards, I guess. Like, if he had a combat trick, he swings with the team, but if you want to turn this guy into another clue, you go ahead. That's not value if you're throwing away a 1/1 to draw a card. That is. So basically if we do this, we'll have Sorin at 3. He swings with the team. We get to eat this guy and lose Sorin, which I think is probably still worth it because we're not beating that. He's very close to Delirium and presumably can get it. But this should make him turn this into a clue token too. And then we're still just kind of sitting pretty with him not having much of a way to kill us. And God forbids he doesn't attack here. That'd be great. Let's just eat one. He is getting a lot of value off of this, but like we're going to get a free attack in here. We could draw cards too that aren't lands. Oh, come on. Why would you not use it there? I don't understand. He could have killed our guy and decided he didn't want to kill our guy. So this would give me a 3/4. I think I'd rather have a 3/3 and a 2/3 because both of them can block that. He's drawn a lot more cards than us, but none of them matter. That matters. That matters a lot. I have not seen that card in draft before. We're going to need Bound by Moonsilver right now. I guess we're looking at gang blocking it and praying, which doesn't actually seem good. Because he's going to kill all our stuff. Yep. 2 piggies. Well, we were kind of almost dead to the first piggy. Now we've really got a problem. Him not attacking with it and giving us more time is cool and all. I don't really think it matters. I understand now why he was willing to trade off everything and get there. Survive the night's kind of neat. It doesn't allow us any attacks, but it does mean we can gang block the flyer and potentially do a thing. 3, 4, 5, 6. We can still kill that. So all he's doing here is turning on his delirium for the angel, which he could have done last turn, and we didn't care about then, and we still don't care about now. The problem with Survive the Night is he can just choose to exile the dude that we put it on. I think we are slowly slipping away from this game. Maybe not so slowly. Because I think this wipes our board, doesn't it? Because whatever we make indestructible will survive the combat, but not the exile trigger. Well, that's an interesting one, isn't it? I did not anticipate that. I don't know why I didn't anticipate that. He does not, as of yet, have delirium. What are they missing? Instant? I guess until you have an instant, this is just a 6/6 flyer that we don't have to stress about too much. So I could put all these in front of it, cast Survive the Night, and at least have this off the board. You know, we've got other answers to that. Like the Get Frog. I think we just have to take this. That first hit doesn't kill us. Forest isn't one of those answers. Yeah, I mocked the Uvenwald mysteries, and now it is dooming me. I may have to go for the gang block next turn. I'm just terrified of that angel getting turned on. I actually used that on stream in a sealed deck. I played the angel for once, and it was really good. Like, we kind of have to do it now. May as well keep the biggest thing. Like, any actual piece of removal would kill this, but our deck doesn't have any. Bound by Moonsilver is still what we're looking for. Like, we're still playing Magic-ish if we can draw Bound by Moonsilver. Expose Evil does buy us some time. Gets us closer to that bound. We kind of got to use it now. What are the chances we can mill them out? Probably not very good. Still looking for that delirium. I guess until they have delirium, it's not that scary. But, like, you have an instant in your deck, right? They've got one. They got 9 cards left. They can just start swinging with these and kill us. But all right, that's at least something that can block. This guy's never going to get better than prevent 1,000,000 damage, so we're 100% blocking here. I probably should have moved the True Faith sensor to the Spirit so that I could have more blocks off of it. Like, we saw them enable Delirium before. Still got to double block that, so I guess this is where we want to go. We're still kind of dead to them having Humble the Brute, which was the instant we saw. Now that I think about it, and we haven't given them a target for it. Angelic Purge. They still don't have Delirium? Oh, they do. They didn't have a sorcerer. Did they? Oh, they sacked a land. Okay. So now we're basically just dead. Maybe we've got one more turn to draw Bound by Moonsilver, but there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Why not attack with everything here? I guess because you don't have to? Like, if I block with one, I lose the other, so we may as well just take the 6 and draw. What? Land. Okay. We took a risk by playing an 18 land deck. It's not necessarily that we drew too much of it, it's that the cards we drew weren't particularly effective in what they were doing. Looking back, going nuts over killing the Soul Swallower and being willing to trade Sorin for it doesn't look so great. Because it took them forever to turn on Delirium. So we might have been a little better being patient, but I was scared to death of this taking over the game. I'm like, once this gets going, we don't really have a way to stop it. And I guess that was the weakness to our deck, was our opponents just having big creatures. Which is unfortunate, but I'm not going to be sad walking away from a draft with 2 mythics and 4 packs. I will take it. We got them, right? Sometimes you have to do pile view. There you go. 4 packs, got a qualifier point, which I haven't used. I should start doing that and competing in the Moxes. All things considered, I don't think this was a particularly good draft deck because we floated around so much trying to figure out what we were doing and ended up leaning on basically 2 cards to power us through. And even 2 very powerful cards like the Gitrog Monster and Sorin aren't enough to win every game because we were kind of playing some stinkers and just had trouble with big stuff. Either way, I think it was a good experience. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And don't forget to come check out the stream sometime. It's at twitch.tv/Simulan. Anyway, have a good one, my friends, and I will see you back here next Monday.